In this video, we are going to discuss about one statutory requirement relating to companies. That is, the companies that are required to appoint internal auditor. Hi, I am CA Praful Yadav. Let's directly jump into the topic. The regulatory requirement for internal audit is given in Section 138 of the Companies Act and Rule 13 of the Companies Accounts Rule 2014. Both the provisions have to be read in sync. Both the provisions are connected with each other because section 138 the rules are given in Rule 13 of the Companies Account Rules 2014. There are three categories given for this purpose. First is listed company, second is unlisted public company, and third is private company. Let's discuss all the three categories one by one. First is listed company. Listed company means where securities of the company is listed on any stock exchange. That can be the main board of that stock exchange or can be SME board. SME board means small and medium enterprise board where small companies get listed. And third, listed private companies as well. You might say whether private companies can be listed? Yes, it is possible. Equity of private companies cannot be listed, but debt securities of private companies can be listed. Hence, if any company is listed, of securities is listed, in that case, listed private companies, irrespective of the given uh, monetary limits, that company is required to appoint internal auditor. Second category is every unlisted public company. Listed public companies are already covered over here. Now let's talk about unlisted public companies. Here there are four monetary limits. If any monetary limit gets completed, the companies are required to appoint internal auditor. First one is turnover in preceding financial year is equal to or more than 200 crores. Here, for any particular financial year, turnover can be known only after the end of the year. It means the turnover has to be seen in the income statement or statement of profit and loss. If that exceeds 200 crores or is 200 crore, then that company is required to appoint internal auditor mandatorily as per Companies Act. Second is outstanding loan and borrowing from banks and financial institutions during previous financial year, preceding financial year, is less, not less than 100 crores. That means it is 100 crores or more. One thing is to note here is that it has to be from banks and public financial institutions. Any borrowings apart from banks and financial institutions will not be covered over here and will not be counted for calculating the 100 crore limit. Third is paid up share capital during previous financial year, preceding financial year is 50 crores or more. Paid up share capital here means that includes both equity and preference shares, because here share capital is mentioned, not the equity share capital. It means both preference and equity both will be counted over here to see the turnover limit, to see the paid up share capital limit. Third is outstanding deposits during preceding financial year is 25 crores or more. Deposits are different from loans or borrowings or debentures. It is for deposits there are separate set of rules applicable. So if any unlisted public company has deposits of 25 crores or more during preceding financial year, in that case 25 crore limit is to be seen. In last three monetary limits, you will see during preceding financial year. The word during preceding financial year, it means at any given point of time, if you have this limit, if you have this monetary limit getting exceeded, you will have to appoint internal audit in the upcoming year. It will not have to be seen at the end of the year, which is in the case of turnover. For other three factors, we'll have to see over during preceding financial year on any given day. Third category is private company. That private company which has its debt securities listed, it is covered in listed private companies, and they are required to have internal auditor appointed. But if companies other than the listed debt securities private company, in that case there are two monetary limits. That is, first is turnover in the preceding financial year is 200 crores or more, and outstanding loans or borrowings from banks and financial institutions during preceding financial year is 100 crore or more. If you can see, these two are only applicable for private companies, and these monetary limits regarding paid up share capital and outstanding deposits are not applicable for private companies. So we have discussed the all the requirements, the type of companies which are required to appoint internal auditor. Thank you for patient hearing. Subscribe and stay tuned for the upcoming videos. Thank you.